Well, Alec Murdaugh testified in his own double murder trial. The disbarred attorney has pleaded not guilty to murdering his wife Maggie and son Paul. And we asked the disbarred attorney about his plans as he entered the courthouse this morning.
Mr. Murdaugh, do you hope to testify this week?
Have you made up your mind yet?
Now, even though Murdaugh did not respond, we did get some new insight in court. Our Brooke Butler reports.
Before the jury was brought in the courtroom Wednesday morning, the defense told the judge that Alec Murdaugh is considering taking the stand, but he has some concerns.
One of the issues that has come up is the scope of cross-examination that the state would be permitted to go into should he testify.
Wednesday morning, defense attorney Jim Griffin asked Judge Newman to limit what the state could ask their client Alec Murdaugh should he choose to take the stand. But Newman refused to make a ruling.
For the court to issue some blanket order limiting the scope of cross-examination, that's unheard of to me.
After this was settled, the jury was brought into the courtroom and the defense called Mark Ball to the stand. He's a former law partner and friend of Alec Murdaugh's.
How long have you known him?
34 years.
Ball told the jury he went to the Moselle property the night someone shot and killed Murdaugh's wife Maggie and son Paul.
I got there about 10:50, 10:52, something like that.
In his testimony, Ball cast further doubt on the integrity and preservation of the crime scene. He told the jury law enforcement personnel never blocked off the entrances to the Moselle property that night, despite him asking them to do so.
What happened?
People just kept piling in.
He also testified some of Paul's remains were still at the murder scene after law enforcement personnel told him they had everything they needed.
There was a piece of Paul's skull about the size of a baseball laying there.
Did that upset you?
It did, very much. I mean, it just really infuriated me.
But during cross-examination, Ball admitted even though he had always thought Murdaugh was a family man, he later realized after learning of his alleged financial crimes, he never really knew him.
He was pretty good at hiding who he really was, wasn't he?
Obviously.
And going back to Murdaugh possibly testifying, I did ask a source close to the case whether they think Murdaugh will still testify, given the judge did not grant the defense's motion. They told me they think it's still very likely. Reporting in Colleton County, I'm Brooke Butler, WJCL 22 News.